Man, I hope this works. Okay. Well, I can hear it on my side here. I don't see anything except for a static image on my monitor here. I love Vietnam, but the internet at times can be spotty, but that's okay. Anyway, hi. It's been a while since I've live streamed. Hopefully you're able to hear that. Looks good on my end, but yeah, I just wanted to, it's been a while since I've done one of these, and I thought, why not? So, yeah, according to the description that I wrote, there's going to be an upcoming studio session, but that I don't really need to prepare much of anything for. It's I'll explain it all later, what's going on, but so I'm kind of venturing into some new territory here. I mostly have done, well, everything except for pop music, but there's a whole litany of songs that are earmarked for recording, and now it's taken on a whole new, I guess, the entire scope of it has changed dramatically just in recent days, so exciting stuff. What else? Oh, I won't even, you know what, I'm not going to talk about that. So I don't check my email. My phone is pretty much, I have it where no calls really get through whatsoever, unless you're, you know, one of my absolute VIP favorites, because I just, what's the point? It's all, it's never, I never get phone calls that are good news, you know? And so I'm like, I'm just not going to do that anymore. Same with emails. But anyway, I am going to be me, along with the family that you see so often in the videos. We're going to be pulling up stakes here and heading to Hanoi. And anyway, I had to do some authentication type stuff related to that, and it required me to like get a verification code from my email. I'm like, oh no. So of course I can't even log into my email like on any of my devices, and I'm like, oh, my iPad, and my email opens. I'm like, this is why I don't check my email. There's like, and it's one that I seldom use for anything, you know. But anyway, I open it up and there's like all of these emails. I'm like, oh my goodness, somebody wants to talk to me. So I didn't bother looking at it now, but one day I will. Okay, so let's see. I think I mentioned, yeah, I know I did. I don't know if it was a live stream or if I just posted a little clip. I have so many, it's absurd how many unfinished video projects I have. I was counting that. I'll explain the lights, not now. I actually have another video explaining that, but anyway, I have so many video projects that are like partially completed, and just with the kids that you've seen me do all this other stuff with, I was counting through, and I have somewhere close to 80 that I haven't finished. And that's on top of all of the other stuff that I've got going on that unfortunately is not by choice, but it's had to take a bit of precedence in all of it. But anyway, so all of that is to say that I know that I shared something. I'm not sure if it was a live stream or if it was one of my other video shorts of me playing, but there were some Radiohead songs. I've never played any of this stuff. This is all, I mean, I know who they are and I know the songs, but, which is half the battle in my head. So we're doing 2 Radiohead songs. Any Radiohead fans out there? Hear how loud this is? I'll turn this mic off. Anybody? Karma, please. Now, there's a couple of these where I think I figured out most of the chords, but I get to a point and my ear is betraying me. And so I still have a little bit of work to do, but I think it goes to C, obviously. And then... Okay, so that's one, you get the gist. Pretty easy stuff, thankfully. And then another one by Radiohead, No Surprises. The good news is like, we all kind of had this weird hearing thing. Wow, did you see that? No? B flat. B flat diminished, yep. And then, so I think I've mentioned this briefly once before, but in the aftermath of like, especially my daughter's death, there were certain songs that just took on a significance for one reason or another, and so I decided that I'm going to do something with those. And one of the things I need to do, these kids here are going to help me, but the first thing I need to do is actually introduce them to some of this stuff, because I was just like, do you know who Regina Spektor is? And they're like, what? Are you drunk? What's wrong with you? And I'm like, no, not yet. But I was telling them, I was like, you guys like pianists, and singers, songwriters, and people who play piano and sing. And I said, Regina Spektor. I think when my own personal preferences when it comes to music that isn't classical or church related, I think she's she's up there as far as talent goes. And so there were a couple songs of hers that I really liked. And so we're going to be creating a new fan base here. I don't think I actually have to do anything with the Vietnamese ones, It was more like I was serving as a tutor. I couldn't tell you the name of that if my life depended on it. But anyway, Regina Spektor. I've been figuring out this one. It's called Human of the Year. And this isn't the beginning of it. This is kind of like a bridge. But anyway, I want to get her permission. Yes, Regina Spektor, I want to get her permission to do something fun with this, with these kids from Vietnam, and not run into copyright issues. This isn't my first time either. I told you I've been very busy over the past couple of years, and that involves at least one mainstream artist that I'm not going to talk about right this moment. So I'm trying to figure this Regina Spektor. Of course I have to put my own spin on it. That was so clacky. Let me turn this off. Now I'm going to try that part again. And then after that, it ends appropriately with Hallelujah. Hear this? And then when we were figuring out Radiohead, it made me think of Unbreak My Heart. And that was like immediately, they're like, OMG, Toni Braxton. I'm like, how do you know Toni Braxton? But not Regina Spektor. Oh well. And the chords, I'm sorry, I was like, I know that sound. We're not doing this, but I had forgotten all about this song. I'm not the best with key changes either. Just ask anybody at my church. Two, three, four. This is where, remember when I said there are certain ones where I get, my ear kind of betrays me? This is right here. This is one of the ones I was thinking of it. It's right here. My ear wants to go down to here, but it actually stays on the F sharp minor. Because the only reason I know that is there's no way to get back to the B if you go down there. Right there comes back up to the B. Key change. And it's not even a nice one, like easy. Sharps to flats. Who does that? Once you get in the groove, it's pretty simple. Nope. I feel like I'm missing. Yeah, I'm definitely missing something there, but. And right here, I don't know how to get back to the beginning. I'll have to get the music. Because if I just go right back to the... Maybe it just does that. Maybe it does. It doesn't sound right to me. Okay, what else? You may have seen in one of the videos that the cathedral basilica here is in need of some music help, and so we'll see. I just realized this, like 2 days ago, I realized this was 77 keys, not 88. Okay, well, I think I should just play something and probably call it a night. I'm not used to having something with this little resistance. I enjoy it. My Steinway at home, it's wonderful. I love it, but it's a big old honking 7-foot orchestra grand, and so it is a powerful instrument, but it also, it requires some oomph, and so it's almost a little bit of a relief to not be able to play arpeggios so effortlessly. I should play here Bach Gigue in B flat from Partita. I don't remember the number, the opus number, but whatever. You guys have heard this a million times, but I'll test this out on this super easy to play thing, and then I'm gonna end this and go to bed. But stay tuned for big stuff, like really big stuff. Oh, I should mention this too. I know a lot of people are like waiting with bated breath because I kind of just out of nowhere, and it really was out of nowhere. I made a post last weekend that, I guess, provocative, not really, no, just truth, but unexpected, I'm sure, for some people. But that wasn't just some crazed late night rambling. It was calculated late night rambling. So if you've been waiting for more on that, my intent with all of that was to do it in 1 week increments. So this weekend, and if you know, you know. But if you're waiting for that, look for another post this weekend with another text message, watch message, and a little bit more of the story. Okay, here we go. Gigue from Partita in B flat major. And the 1 week thing, A, it's less work for me, and B, it's a slower bleed for the purpose of sharing all of this. But okay, here we go. I forgot what key I was in. It was F. I'll do this in a different key. All right, good night. Look for more soon. Oof.